Hey friends, welcome back to our Mystery Recaps channel. Today, we will show you The Hunt, an American dark comedy film, The Hunt 2020. There are spoilers ahead. Watch out and be cautious. Athena is observed sitting at her desk and texting. She is texting with her friends and sharing memes when they begin discussing The Hunt. A flight attendant asks a passenger if he would like something to eat. She informs him that they have caviar, but he is uninterested. She then proceeds to list items that can only be prepared in a kitchen. When the stewardess informs him of his snide remark and request for champagne, she goes to retrieve it. When she returns to pour it, a man enters the room, startling her and the others. When the champagne man announces that one of them is awake, an older gentleman attempts to calm the man who is stumbling by telling him he is a doctor. He forces him to lie on the towels before stabbing him. To everyone's surprise, the man is still alive. So he throws a bottle around until Athena enters and stabs him with her shoe. The others mention it in passing, not even starting yet. However, as she polishes her shoe, she declares that there is no sentimentality and more. The older man from earlier drags the man who is stumbling into another compartment of the aircraft. He is still alive and calls for assistance, but the blonde woman he calls is unconscious. Later, the same woman awakens outside with a gag that she is unable to remove. She stands up and sees a woman with a gag constructing a makeshift compass across the river. The woman briefly acknowledges her existence, but simultaneously walks away. A man passes by behind the woman. She follows him to a field containing a massive crate. Several additional individuals are seen approaching the box. The man disregards the warning that it is a trap and proceeds to open it. On the opposite side, he opens the crate and a pig escapes. Then he examines the interior and pulls out a rack of weapons. All of the people in the field, including the blonde from earlier, move towards the crate. She finds the keys to the gags and assists one individual in escaping. No one is aware of what is occurring. Suddenly, someone opens fire on them, so they all take cover. The blonde believes she has evaded the bullet, but is shot nonetheless. One of the individuals on the field fires towards the source of the previous gunfire, but is also killed. The others remain concealed. A woman runs outside and falls into a ditch, prompting one of the men to assist her. To find her impaled instead, those currently alive. As he assists her to her feet and they flee, he steps on a landmine. They detonate. Another individual manages to escape the shooting. He reaches a fence. Someone approaches and he nearly fires his gun. However, it is the man who opened the box. Two others approach them on foot. Everyone but the man jumps the fence. He is pierced by a spear and decides to confront his attackers, only to perish moments later. The remaining three flee and make it to a gas station. The owners are a couple who believe the business is being robbed. Blue Shirt informs them that they are not interested in their money. He simply wants to know his location. They inform him that he is currently in Arkansas. He asks for the phone to call the police, and they say they'll trace the call and be there soon. The woman eats a cookie and immediately chokes on it like it's been poisoned. Suddenly, the couple are wearing gas masks and throw a smoke grenade at them. The four Blue Shirt can shoot them. The man kills him first. They choke the other one with a grenade and then kill him too. The woman vents the gas station. Later, they clean it up, disposing of the bodies. The woman sees that Blue Shirt has a wedding ring and starts feeling bad. Her husband tells her that it doesn't matter because he surely is a bad man, probably even uses the N-word. The couple argue about the subtleties of racism when they get a call on the radio. They tell the woman on the other end who they managed to kill, and she tells them that another one of the hunted is approaching their way. They prep the gas station as she walks towards it and walks in to find them ready and greeting her warmly. Crystal asks for a box of cigarettes and gets her emergency money, then asks what state she's in. The woman answers her as she gets her change, but Crystal notices something is wrong and attacks them. She grabs the shotgun from under the counter, kills the man first, and then the wife. She drops her jacket and leaves the station. There's a truck in front, so she goes to check it out. First, she sees that the plates are fake, showing Croatian ones underneath. Then she finds a tripwire connecting the door to a bomb. She hears the others talk on the radio. She's snatched and hides in the bushes. They're looking for her because they can't find the couple from the station. They send a drone to check the station out, and someone shoots it down. The man that shot the drone appears, smashing the drone further. And as he goes towards the truck, Crystal stops him, telling him that it's rigged. She tells him that by shooting the drone, he basically told them that they were at the gas station and then starts walking towards some train tracks she saw earlier. The man follows her. He tells her he has a theory about why they're being hunted down. she hears a train approaching and tells the man to run so they could catch up to it. They hop the train, and once inside, they find a group of immigrants hiding. The man says that they're not real, that they're crisis actors. They also don't speak English. Crystal isn't convinced in his theories again. Suddenly, the train stops and the military police searches the compartments. Crystal and the man, along with the immigrants, surrender. The police is frisking them. When the man decides to tell one of the officers that the two of them are American and that the refugees are actually crisis actors, the officers don't speak English and step aside. When one of the immigrants speaks to the man in fluent English with an American accent, he says they don't believe him, and the man freaks out. The immigrant tells him that he's the only actor and that he needs to calm down. The man tackles him and puts a grenade in his pants as everyone else hides. The guy blows up. Next, Crystal is in a truck being taken to a refugee camp. Once there, she is taken to an officer who asks her for her papers. She asks where she is and when. They don't answer, she begins guessing, and finally guesses. Right, Croatia. She asks them to call the American embassy, but instead they bring in Don, another one of the people that were hunted along with her. The two of them go to the camp kitchen to eat while Dawn keeps sharing the same theories with her as the other guy. Suddenly, an official from the American embassy shows up to pick them up. Later, they're seen riding with him through the woods. Don has told them everything about their predicament, and the official is shocked, saying he'll contact the State Department and the military to find the people that hunted them. Crystal realizes that there's something strange about the guy, knocks him out, and pushes him out of the car. Then she packs up over him. She finds a gun in his jacket while she looks through the trunk. Dawn is freaking out that she killed the official until he looks inside and sees the other guy that was with her before that. She finds a map and Dawn says that he thinks they are the only two left. Dawn wants to leave in the car, but she says no, she wants to use the map to find the people. Hammond's pursuers retaliate. When the pig suddenly reappears at the bunker, she relates to him a gruesome tale her mother used to tell her. The group that is hunting them is discussing what is and is not politically correct. One of them is in the military, their expert consultant. He asks them to be quiet, but they mock him instead. On the radio, Athena can be heard telling them to be quiet. One of them goes outside to urinate, and when he reaches a tree, Dawn distracts him with a pig, allowing Crystal to execute him. Outside the bunker, the group can hear a noise. The soldier gives them orders, which they only partially comply with. Each of them is terrified. Therefore, when Dawn drops the pig inside, they shot and kill it. The woman is upset that they slaughtered the pig when Crystal suddenly kills one of the men and opens fire on the rest. She renders the soldier incapacitated and stabs the woman. Suddenly, however, the soldier attacks her and they fight. Crystal pulls a pipe from the ceiling and uses it to beat him, but she does not kill him. The woman is still alive and is referred to as a Heck. Crystal draws a firearm and prepares to shoot her. When Dawn arrives, he discovers a gun, and Crystal instructs him to question the woman about their actions. She provides a stupid response, prompting Crystal to want to kill her. Dawn, however, stops her, stating that, as a woman, she should be spared. Crystal asks the woman if she should be granted mercy due to her gender, as she responds, no. Crystal fires at her. Dawn panics, and Athena's voice suddenly appears on the radio, asking if he has Crystal. She then draws her gun on him. He claims he is not among them. As Athena continues to ask what is happening on the radio, she orders Dawn to kill Crystal, despite his pleas not to trust the woman on the radio, but he is shot regardless. Crystal sits down next to the soldier and engages him in polite conversation until she inquires about Athena's whereabouts. She tells him she will not give up and applies pressure to his wound, prompting him to reveal where she is hiding. He informs her, but warns her that she had been preparing for the hunt for months, in a flashback where two company employees are waiting for her. They discuss the text message she received regarding the hunt. They inform her that some people believe it to be true, despite her assertion that it was only a joke. Athena laughs, but the man persists, calling it a potential pre-nightmare and insisting that she resign her position. An additional flashback to 8 months before the hunt. The group is selecting those who will participate in the hunt. They struggle to decide, but Athena instructs them to proceed. Suddenly, a picture of Crystal appears on the slide, as the man presenting the slides reads her thoughts about Athena. She becomes enraged and designates her as her archenemy. Crystal is currently walking towards a manor in the present. Athena tells her over the intercom that she will detonate the 4 under the gate if she does not leave her gun there, so Crystal abandons the firearm and enters the building. Crystal cautiously enters the house and sees her and others' photographs on Athena's wall. as Beethoven plays in the background. After discovering the truth, Crystal grabs a knife and pursues Athena. They fight viciously, with equal strength and stamina. Crystal throws everything she can find, including an expensive bottle of champagne, which Athena saves from shattering. She kicks her over the fireplace, but Athena obtains a shotgun and pursues her upstairs with it. They fight over the firearm, but Crystal pushes her down the stairs and then jumps down afterward. Athena then obtains a knife and stabs Crystal. After briefly fighting outside, they return to the kitchen, where Athena stabs Crystal with a vegetable cutter. However, she kicks her. Crystal draws the victim in and stabs her with the opposite side of the cutter. Athena passes away, but Crystal lives on. She rises, consumes the toast, and cauterizes her wound using a blowtorch. She scrubs herself clean and dons one of Athena's dresses and shoes. Before departing, she takes the pricey champagne. Outside, she observes Athena's private jet. When she enters the aircraft, she tells the stewardess and the captain that she killed their superiors and demands that they take her home. The stewardess seats her and prepares a snack and champagne for her. Crystal extends an invitation to eat and drink with her. Be sure to subscribe and enable notifications so you can view similar videos. Thank you for viewing.